Good morning and hello, my fellow human beings. Welcome back to my channel. I am Wild Atom, and this is another Talks in Nature video. So I've just got up for my morning walks today, out in nature at this little local nature reserve. So today I wanted to talk about the absolute state of the modern world here in the West, and in particularly Europe. There are many things to be grateful for in the modern world, and particularly living in a developed country such as Britain. But also lately there seems to be a lot of negative things going on, and those are predominantly with the culture, how people socialise with each other now, and just the general malaise that has washed over most of the population. I think fundamentally people are very lost. We've disconnected ourselves from community, from faith, and as a result of that I think a lot of people are lost, and there is a lot of bad behaviour committed by us Europeans in the Western world. Too much alcohol, too much drugs, too much porn, just constantly chasing these quick fix hits solutions of dopamine, too much social media. And when I say social media, it's not really social, is it? I don't really see most media as a social event anymore. I mean, I make these videos by myself, and I know most content creators on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and the like, they tend to make content by themselves. So it sort of lacks that social element, and what I would call a real social element, which I think we've lost somewhat because of technology. And the real social enterprise is sitting with another human being face to face, where you have body language, you have eye contact. You can empathise with humans a lot more when you speak to them face to face. You can understand them far better than you would if you weren't speaking to them face to face. Most of the media that I create, I mean, I call it social media. I think it's just media, but one of the reasons why I've made this channel is I want to make a platform to discuss what I think are the problems, and more importantly, what are the solutions. And one of the solutions that I've found in life is getting out into nature. You can see that the sun is shining again today on this beautiful British day, and we're very fortunate to have had a nice summer here, and we're also very fortunate in Britain and Northern Europe to have a lot of greenery, a lot of trees and a lot of nature. And this is definitely a solution. Getting outside and getting your bare feet on the ground, as I've said in many other videos, will really help you feel better about yourself. Physical, mental health, they're both interlinked. Getting out into nature and exercising, whether it's a brisk walk, a jog, a hike, or going canoeing, kayaking, climbing. I climb a lot of trees. I'm a big kid. I've never grown up. It's all good for your physical health, and if it's good for your physical health, it's good for your mental health. And I think these are some of the problems that we face in the developed world, because of our loss of cohesion, our loss of community, our loss of faith. But these problems that we face can be addressed by getting out and exercising, and especially if you can do it in a nice natural environment like where I'm sitting today. Social media has got a lot to answer for, I believe. Dating apps have really completely thrown away what actual real courtship should be between a male and a female, between a man and a woman. And it's not good. It's not good. I think the result of it is there's a lot of lonely people out there. I just think that lack of real contact is the key problem that is facilitated through social media, because everyone has got a phone now. Everyone uses phones to communicate with each other. Dating apps, Instagram, Tinder, Bumble, whatever else. and it creates a barrier between people. Personally, I might probably be a little bit sort of out of date for saying that, but I really think that there was more to be said, you know, maybe even 40, 50 years ago when that technology didn't exist. People interacted with each other more face to face, and people that were naturally a little bit anxious, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, they could hone their confidence through, you know, just your normal day-to-day interactions. But obviously now people can just sit behind a phone or behind a screen, and it doesn't help. So the solutions to this, I think, are trying to promote things that bring people together. Really focus on yourself. And when I say focus on yourself, I don't mean the constant, like, work on yourself, work on yourself. I think it's more about acceptance, knowing who you are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and just accepting what you love and enjoy. This is why I've decided to make this channel, to share my little passion for art and nature and, you know, just physical, mental health and getting out there and just being a much happier person. So that's my little talk for today. Over. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. I will have more camping videos coming soon, and I have got quite a few plans over the coming months for new little bits of content, obviously still all centered around nature and just being happy in the great outdoors in beautiful Britain. Thanks guys, peace out.